Hello again and welcome to Greasy United Fan. That is me. This is Steve Shalhorn and I'm here with a quick video today just to present to you the squad for the game versus Wigan tomorrow. More on the game itself. It can be watched in North America depending where you are at 8:30 a.m. It's going to be an early one. I'm getting drunk tonight. I'm going to have to wake up pretty early tomorrow. It's going to be a rough one, but you gotta support your club. It's shown on MUTV, so if you have a subscription to that, go ahead, watch it. Good for you. There are definitely other means to watch it, which some of us may or may not be using, but more into the squad itself. On the overlay, there are two notable absentees from the squad, Borthwick Jackson and Andrea Pereira. Those are both players that I like, but I have no idea why they didn't make the squad, and players like Phil Jones, or Ashley Young really made it when, I guess I can understand Ashley Young, but yeah, those two players in my opinion should not have been omitted. Getting into the starting lineup here, I'll go through the squad first, I guess. At goalkeeper we have Sam Johnston, who we know, if you watched last season's preseason in the US, he was a fine shot stopper. Didn't play for Man U during the season, but he was a very good player. He was in for a shout to play at the start because he performed so well in preseason. So that's fine for me. Fine goaltending choice. The other two goalies I've never even heard of before. The other two keepers, Joel Pereira and Dean Henderson. So I guess Pereira did make the team after all, just the wrong one. And Dean Henderson, never heard of him either. Don't really know too much about them. Never seen them play. Onto the defenders, we have Antonio Valencia, who is now, I guess, officially a right back. Winger turned right back. We all know what he can do. Very one-dimensional player. Then we have Varela, who I think has a very big point to prove this season. A lot of people say he's a youth player, but he's 23 years old. So, I mean, he's got to kick on. He's got to make it into the first-team squad here. He's got to do it or chip out, basically. So I think he is a good player. He's very good at attacking. He provided some good crossing and assists and dribbling last season, but his defense is his weakest part. So he fits into the modern game of full-on attacking fullbacks, but he overlaps and everything like that, but he's not very good defensively. We have Fosu Mensah, who can play center defensive midfielder, right back, center back. He can do it all. He's a great player. I hope he plays tomorrow. I can't wait to see him. He is a beast. He is such a tough tackler, and he's a great player to watch. Eric Bailly, who we signed on our transfer from Villarreal. I'm excited to see him too. I hope he gets some minutes. I want to see what he's capable of. He's very good for Villarreal, so hopefully he can do it in the game tomorrow. Wigan aren't going to be too tough a test in my opinion, but it'll be good to get the players out and see what they can do, see how they combine, see their chemistry, and see what their general skill outlay is. Then we have Phil Jones. We all know Phil Jones, except now he's bleached his hair. He looks like a raccoon. Can't wait to see more of Goofy Phil's faces. But anyways, we all know what he's capable of. If he even plays 10 minutes in this preseason, he's going to get an injury. But he also has a very, very big point to prove, because the last few years for him have been pretty bad compared to his first year when he shackled Ronaldo against Real Madrid. So I guess we'll see what he can do. Kudos to him if he gets back in the squad and starts performing well and becomes that partnership with Smalling that we always thought they would be. But his development has stalled in the past few years, and if he was let go, I would totally understand why. Next, we have Blind. Not really a center back, but he's there and he's performed pretty well for us. So obviously the Netherlands didn't make the Euros, so he could start too. He could get some minutes. Then we have Axel Tuanzebe. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Tuanzebe. He is an African center back. He's 18 years old. He's supposedly very, very, very good. I don't watch too much of the U21s, but I've heard a lot of good things about him. I hope to see him get some minutes. He's supposedly one to get pretty excited about, so keep an eye on him. Luke Shaw, he's going to be a revelation this season. It's going to be like a whole new signing for us. He was our best player until he got injured against PSV, unfortunately. He broke his leg. I can't wait to see him. Him and Memphis has very good chemistry, and they're supposedly best friends. So hopefully that'll kickstart Memphis too, and Luke Shaw, and they can combine down the left wing and be special down that wing. And then we have Tyler Blackett, who didn't even make Celtics team when he was on loan for them. So I mean, he's not really anything to watch out for. He's just kind of that U21 squad player. Can he make it? Can he not? Probably not. So that's it for defenders. Obviously, like I said, Borthwick Jackson is a very notable absentee. In the midfield, we have Carrick. Everyone knows what Carrick is, veteran status. I hope he plays. He's in my starting lineup, which I'll go through after this. We have Carrick, we have Herrera, we have Jesse Lingard, we have Mata, and we have Young. I think every single one of those players, probably except for Carrick, has a point to prove and has to force their way into the starting lineup for the season, for the regular season. I think that they all have points to prove. Like I said, they're all squad E players. They're not first team players. So hopefully this preseason game they'll show us what they've got and they'll come to play and force their way into the first team and perform better. For forwards or forward wingers, we have Mkhitaryan, Memphis, Wilson, and Keane. Wilson and Keane both overshadowed by Rashford, who was before below them in the pecking order, so they definitely have a point to prove. Wilson was supposed to be our next big thing, and he's kind of stalled too the last season. He did alright at Brighton. He performed pretty admirably, but we need him to be doing better at his age for us if he's going to force his way into the squad. My preferred starting 11, we'll get to that now. I'll put the graphic up over here so you can see it. But obviously Johnston in net, John Stone, not John Stones. He's a good shot stopper. He's fine. He'll do great. I have Varela at right back. Like I said before, he has a point to prove more so than Valencia. And I want to see a good Manchester United, attacking Manchester United. And I believe he's the better attacking of our two right backs between him and Valencia. I have Jones. Hopefully he can play 10 minutes without getting injured. I want to see what he's capable of and how he plays. Apparently Roshan Williams, another one of our center backs that did miss out on this squad, carried him through the U21s at the end of last season when he was trying to get back into fitness. So hopefully he hasn't lost it, and I guess we'll see if he starts. I want Eric Bailly left back, or left center back. I want to see what he's got, basically. I want to see what he brings, how he plays against an English team, maybe one that's tougher instead of faster. So I'm excited to see him. And Luke Shaw, obviously, like I said, he's going to be a revelation. He's going to be a great player. Him and Memphis can link up well, who I also have in the starting lineup. Obviously, I'm playing this as, I'll show you up here. It's 1 as in Sam Johnston, 4-2-3-1, like Mourinho likes to play. So at center defensive midfield, I have Carrick. I want him to install that calm presence he has on the team. I want him to pass around, pass forward, pass it on the ground. He's the best progressive ground passer that I know. He can pass it all the way up the field on the ground. So I'm looking forward to him bringing the attacks, and beside him I want Herrera. I will let you know why a bit more later, but I think he is also a good link between the midfield and the forwards. I think he can get the ball moving progressively and forward. He's a risky player. He likes playing that Hollywood pass that nobody really thinks is coming, so I'm looking forward to seeing him. Obviously, he's got a good shot too and can finish plays and score goals. On the right wing, I have Mkhitaryan. I'm very, very excited to see him. He's probably the player I'm most excited to see play tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing him run up and down, combine, be creative, shoot, finish. I'm looking forward to it all. He is the complete package on the right wing. He's pacey. I hope he absolutely shreds whoever plays left back for Wigan. I'm not going to pretend I know anything about Wigan. I watched them win the FA Cup, and then that was probably the last game I've ever seen them play. So I haven't seen them play in a few years. In the middle, number 10, I have Mata. Now, I have him here because this is his position. He has a point to prove more so than anybody. Mourinho shipped him out, obviously, the first time, so he definitely has a point to prove. Him and Herrera link up very well too, so I like the way the Spaniards link up and play together. Short passes, short quick passes, move up the field that way. I really enjoy watching that, and they always played well together, and they hardly ever played together under Van Gaal, so I'm looking forward to that. And then on the left wing, another player I think with a massive point to prove is Memphis Depay. Everybody knows what he is. He's supposed to be the next Ronaldo. He's tricky, he has a good shot, he's fast. Against Wigan, now that we have Mkhitaryan on the other wing, Memphis will be afforded more space. He won't get doubled up on like he did in every single Premier League game. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he attacks and how he plays, especially with Luke Shaw. I hope they do get to play together and show that chemistry that we know that they have. So I'm looking forward to Memphis. If anybody, I think that he will get the most confidence from a goal tomorrow, so I hope he scores. And up front, I have James Wilson. Again, big point to prove, show that he can be another Rashford, which is weird to say, but he needs to kick on and show that he can be a big squad player. And hopefully, he's probably our 5th choice striker right now. He can probably move his way up there, so I'd like to see him start a few games and play a few more games this preseason and just see what he's got, because I haven't seen him play in a while either. So I'm looking forward to showing us what he's got. But yeah, I'll put the graphic of my starting lineup right here in the editing. But yeah, that's my starting lineup. That's the squad. Obviously, 3 notable players missing out. Roshan Williams, center back. Dander Pereira, I'm missing him too, and Borthwick Jackson at left back. Those are 3 players that I'm missing out on. So yeah, just comment below, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what players you'd like to see, or maybe some of the younger players like Tahith Chong, Angel Gomez. Let me know what players you like. Comment. I'll always answer your comments. Like the videos, support it. This is my dream. I'd love to do this for a living, so like and subscribe. Let me do this for a living. This is something I love talking about. So yeah, absolutely. Enjoy the game tomorrow. Hopefully we win. I'll probably be live a bit after the game with my reaction to the game. But yeah, subscribe. Let me know what's going on with Manchester United that I don't know about, or something that I forgot to talk about. And yeah, have a good rest of the day.